Today on an all-new episode of The Good Stuff, we're heading into the wild. It's the Great Canadian Camping Cookoff. Two foodies go head-to-head to turn classic campfire staples into five-star fare. Chef Michael Smith is our judge, and he's firing things up with crave-worthy meals made with wood, fire, and smoke. Then, we put the glam in glamping. Leanne Allaire-Perreault has the hottest gear to upgrade your campsite. And ready to hit the road this summer? Winston C. is breaking down everything you need to know about RV life. It all starts right now.
The show. Today, two avid campers and home cooks are facing off in our Great Canadian Camping Cookoff. All right, let's meet our competitors.
Hey, my name is Mason Sankey. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Hey, I'm Miranda Paholko. I'm 27 years old, and I'm from Toronto, Canada.
A camping story that I remember when I was young. I was probably about 8 years old. I went camping with my mom, dad, and my sister, and I hear what I thought was a bear. And I get up, I'm very nervous, I'm walking around. I get about 3 feet from my dad's tent, only to realize he was snoring, and I thought it was a bear.
One of my favorite childhood camping memories was when my dad was trying to light a lamp on our picnic table. And when he went to light the lighter, the whole tablecloth and table lit on fire, and everyone was going crazy.
In terms of go-to camping foods for myself, the hot dog, mustard, ketchup, no relish.
My favorite camping treat is a classic s'more, but I love to extra burn the marshmallow.
My go-to camping meal is I'll make like a big batch of beef stew beforehand.
When I'm camping, I love to make steak and potatoes, rare, medium rare, however it ends up.
My favorite dish to make at home is a roast chicken dinner. My mom used to make them all the time growing up, so it's very nostalgic for me.
I fell in love with cooking at a very young age, I think. My sister and I really got into cooking together, and we would watch cooking shows together.
What excites me about being part of this contest, I love cooking outside. I mean, any excuse to use hot dogs.
The thing that excites me about the Great Canadian Camping Cookoff is cooking in front of people. The thing that might set me apart from the other contestant is that I'm so used to trying to make weird food combinations all the time.
I think my game plan going in is I think I gotta come with some weird energy, very positive. I think I gotta go a bit rogue.
Judging our cooking competition, please welcome one of Canada's ultimate grill masters, the one and only Michael Smith. Hey! Michael Smith, I will say, whenever you are around, I feel like a dainty little petal standing next to you. I am so thrilled that you are here. But
Thank you.
Miranda and Mason, first off, we love camping. How are we feeling?
Feeling excited. Oh, sorry.
Excited, scared, all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely ready to get at it, but a little nervous for sure.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I love a hot dog, love a s'more. I also prefer a burnt marshmallow. So, Miranda, very, very good. All right, now, the contest today in front of you two is a selection of classic camping ingredients as well as some elevated camping ingredients. So, each of you are going to choose one classic ingredient and then 3 elevated ingredients. Your challenge is to cook up a dish that reinvents camping food. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel really good about this. Chef Michael Smith, what are we judging him on?
Well, we're going to judge on flavor. For me, it's all about flavor. That's it. I mean, we can write words,
right?
we can come up with fancy ingredients and techniques, but at the end of the day, what does it taste like?
Yes.
And look, if you burn something, don't call it burnt, call it charred.
Sometimes I call it over caramelized.
Oh, extra.
Oh, good and nice. All right, so you two, again, 1 item from the classic, 3 items from the fancy. Are you ready to pick?
I think so.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, pick your item. Okay, we got cheese, mushroom, fancy butter, linguine. Okay,
And basil.
Oh, we got some preserved lemons. What else is that? Oh, caramel sauce. I'm trying to think caramel. I don't know about that. Oh, little prosciutto. Okay.
But the marshmallows are still there.
I was gonna say.
Oh.
Listen, Miranda has got her hands full. Are we feeling good, Mason?
I think so.
Okay, we're
Just kinda
feeling
blacked
okay.
out.
All right, it is time for you two to get grilling. The grills are heating up. So let's get this camping cook-off started. Off you both go. Cannot wait to see those creations later on in the show. It's gonna be fantastic. But now, Chef Michael Smith.
Hey.
You are known as a grill master. You cook
Thank
so
you.
much
Thank you.
on an open flame.
I do.
Yeah.
I cooked my whole life on an open flame.
Yes. I love it. But just to kind of celebrate that, you've got a new cookbook out.
Do I ever?
Yes, you do.
Hey!
Wood fire and smoke recipes and techniques for wood-fired cooking. Huge congratulations on this
Thank you.
absolutely
Thank you.
stunning book.
Mary, I feel like I put my entire life into that book.
Yeah.
I've just spent the last 10 years, as you know, on Prince Edward Island with my family,
Yeah.
running a hell of a restaurant.
Yeah.
We grow everything we serve at the Inn at Bay Fortune, and we cook it all with live fire.
Yeah.
15 fires a day for 10 years.
Can you even? Like, it's amazing.
So much. I mean, like anything in life, the true learning is in the doing.
Yeah.
10 years of doing. So this book is chock-a-block full of real. It's also for anybody who likes cooking in your backyard,
Yeah.
any kind of grilling, whatever. But if you want to elevate it even further,
Yeah.
you can do that too.
That's the thing. There is so much knowledge distilled into these pages that clearly
Thank you.
you have learned so much, and it's absolutely stunning.
Thank you. Mary, I brought you something.
You brought me some.
I
Oh
did.
my gosh. Okay.
Oh, straight out of my smokehouse on Prince Edward, my brand new smokehouse. This is a yellow birch salmon,
Okay.
sustainable salmon, of course, just something we can try later.
Okay, I'm so.
A gift from my smokehouse.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
You're
much, Chef
welcome.
Michael. This is so nice. Also, the nasturtiums on there. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I'm way too excited to eat that. But
Okay.
let's talk about this beautiful book
Sure.
and the things we are making. So I love the fact that in this book, it's not just your classic hot dogs and hamburgers. You kind of travel around the world.
I do.
Yeah.
Wood, fire, and smoke is common to cooking all over the world.
Yeah.
And when we start cooking with it in our own backyards, we are connected to the entire world. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
We all treasure sharing techniques. And how do you do that? And I do it this way.
Yeah.
And so I love exploring how it manifests in the rest of the world. For instance, Vietnamese pork chops.
Oh my gosh.
One of the methods here is we flatten these pork chops down.
Yeah, so good.
Flatten them down so they grill very quickly. And we serve them, instead of with potatoes and everything, a nice, bright, vibrant salad. So meat is really more the condiment
Yeah.
in this style of cooking.
Yeah.
You see that throughout the world, where meat is the extra, the addition, the garnish.
It's the cherry on top.
The cherry on top,
Exactly. I love that.
Here's another example, grilled ratatouille. We're
So
all
in France.
familiar with ratatouille. Super simple, old fat, my favorite movie too.
Oh, me too.
And
Yeah.
so you just take all those vegetables, and there's a certain way of grilling each vegetable. There's lots of insight. For instance, an eggplant. You know what it's like when we hit that texture, that
kinda
custardy. I love
One of my
it.
favorites. I love Michael Smith.
There you
Yeah.
go. So lots from around the world.
Yeah.
Simple, elevated. You want to smoke brisket? That's in the book.
Yeah.
All kinds
Do you
of
know,
stuff.
I love the fact that you can really tell that smoke is an ingredient. I think a lot of
Yes.
people don't think of heat as
Yes.
the ingredient, but
Sure.
it adds so much flavor.
Yes.
But now we're going to move over kind of to like Middle East, Mediterranean. What are we doing here?
Yeah, so here we are in the Middle East. We're going to make some koftas.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the fascinating things about the world of fire and flame is all over the world, every culture has figured out a way to cram meat on a stick and grill it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple, right?
Yeah.
Right? So this one happens to be loaded with Mediterranean flavors. First, we're just going to mix up the meat itself. This is ground lamb.
Oh, nice. Okay, right on.
Yeah,
My mama loves lamb in general.
I'm going to season it with garlic,
Nice.
with onion,
Perfect.
touch of cumin. This is all very Middle Eastern.
I love how punchy you make your flavors.
I am not a subtle cook.
You are not a
I am
subtle
not
cook,
a subtle
yeah.
cook. I am a big, bold flavor guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in awe of chefs that can just be so subtle with all that. But I want to make my statement.
Me too,
I
yeah.
hope they can hear me out back there. A little bit of smoked paprika. Okay.
Reinforce that smokiness.
Yeah, we actually make our own at the end. And you know what this is.
Oh, is that? Let's go
Yeah.
in.
That's the good stuff. Pomegranate molasses. Yeah. This is such a common sweet partner in Middle Eastern cooking. This, you might say it's like the honey, perhaps, of that region.
It's also a lot more available than it used to be.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's one of the wonderful things about cooking in Canada. Look at all the stuff on our shelves.
That is amazing.
So proud of our diversity. So proud. And then a little bit of mint.
Or a lot of mint.
Oh,
Let's go, Michael Smith. That's
mint.
the way to do it. This is the thing. I always say when you're doing herbs, you measure with your heart. I might tell you a tablespoon, but you do whatever you want. I'm not your mom. Yeah.
And then get your hands in there.
Yes.
Okay, there's no way around it.
Nope.
Get your hands in. Mix it all up good.
The thing about a kofta is it's got so much flavor in that meat. It grills up, and I love the fact that we're using the metal skewers too, because it kind of conducts the heat onto the inside of the meat too.
It helps a little bit, it does. One nice thing about metal skewers, one of the things that we find metal skewers for around the world is when you don't necessarily want the food to touch the grill. You need to suspend the food. Sometimes we're challenged by things sticking to grills and the like. So see how I'm doing it? You just sort of, it's kind of a fancy hot dog.
It is kind of a fancy hot dog. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So I'm just sort of forming it around. Now, one trick, okay, you'll notice right away, because the meat is warm from my hands, okay, I don't necessarily want to start cooking it right away.
Yeah.
Okay, it needs a chance to firm back up. So we put these into the fridge for a while.
Okay, cool. Okay, right on.
So these just came out of the fridge.
Okay.
My hands are still dirty, so I'm okay
You're
touching.
good to go. You're good to go.
Okay, so on we go.
Oh,
Hear
that's the sound.
That's the sound. I gotta wash my hands.
Okay, you go wash your hands. I'm gonna tend to the kofta. I love serving up something like this because we've got all that deliciousness, but we're gonna serve it up with a little bit of labna, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's talk labna. It's a very common way of serving koftas and things like that. Labna, of course, is thickened yogurt, drained yogurt.
Yeah.
So I'm starting with a whole fat, plain, real yogurt.
Yeah.
Okay. My kids eat yogurt every single day.
We love yogurt.
That is one of the healthiest choices I have ever made in my life.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, didn't I just screw that up?
A little bit. Listen, know what happens? You can do whatever you want in this kitchen, Michael Smith.
So what I should have done was mix the preserved lemon, that beautiful savory flavor. Sumac, we harvest this on the island.
It's kind of like Canadian citrus.
It is. And our First Nations people would have gotten those scurvy preventing things, you know, there's citrus-like things in there.
We love sumac, it's so good.
So, okay, so you're not supposed to mix it here, but whatever, I'm mixing it. And now, of course, the yogurt is full of whey. Yeah. And the whey's gonna drain out overnight.
Just pop it in the fridge. Oh, there's chairs in the way and a tree in my kitchen.
TV kitchen. This is a TV kitchen. Stand by for the big swap.
We've got it. Oh, look at how thick this is.
Overnight for this.
Look at that.
Look, it thickens.
It thickens up beautifully.
It thickens up so nicely.
Oh my gosh, that's stunning.
Yeah, so here's how we're gonna eat that kofta.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab the kofta for you.
Thank you. Take a couple of lettuce leaves.
Again, the magic of TV. We've got a big platter already done.
Imagine. Here we are. A little bit of labna. And then just grab one of our koftas. Okay. And lemon juice. Maybe throw some more mint on for garnish. But this is such a lovely way to eat. And then
you pull it out. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Michael Smith, I am so excited about this. Thank you for my fish. I've never been gifted fish before. Aww. This is so nice. It's honestly, you know the way to my heart. And I think you also know the way to the audience's heart, because to the audience, thanks to Chef Michael, you're all going home with a copy of his new book, Wood, Fire, and Smoke. Our Great Canadian Camping Cookoff continues after the break. Stay with us. That was great, man.
Tomorrow, on an all-new episode of The Good Stuff, we're going behind the scenes with Mary stylist Alexis Hans for a sneak peek inside the fitting room and the fashion secrets behind the show. Then, it's garage sale season. We've got expert tips to help you turn your clutter into cash. And Julianne Moore joins Mary, spilling on her wickedly funny new dark comedy. The Good Stuff is all new tomorrow.
Are you sitting at home thinking, hey, seeing The Good Stuff live would be fun? Well, you are in luck. We would love for you, along with your friends and family, to be a part of our studio audience. Just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen for your chance to join us. Tickets are free. Can't wait to hear from you. Avid campers Miranda and Mason are facing off in our Great Canadian Camping Cookoff. We're going to see their creations later on in the show. Ooh, things are already looking like they're heating up. I'm feeling a little jealous that I'm inside. So I thought I would share one of my favorite summertime grilling recipes. I'm gonna cook it inside though, but you can definitely do this on the barbecue. It's spicy, it's saucy, it's my grilled buffalo cauliflower. How does that sound? Yeah. I feel like buffalo cauliflower is like a go-to like pub menu classic. It's super tasty, it's delicious. Oftentimes it's fried, which is always a good thing, but grilling it gives a ton more flavor and it's really, really tasty and super simple. So you wanna start off with a head of good old-fashioned cauliflower. I don't know if anybody else remembers, but like a few years ago, cauliflower steaks were a thing. I don't really call them cauliflower steaks because I was like, it's not really a steak, but we're gonna cut them into 1-inch thick hunks that are steak adjacent. Okay, so grab your whole head of cauliflower and the first little slices might kind of fall apart, but try to keep them together as best as possible. If they fall apart, don't worry about it, it'll be fine. The middle ones will hold together nicely. The only reason you wanna keep it together is honestly so it doesn't fall apart on the grill as much. But if you get those little bits on the side, it's gonna be totally fine. You're just gonna get more like crispy, frizzly bits, which is a total dream. So I have got that cauliflower cut into nice 1-inch thick steaks. And because I'm doing this one inside, I'm actually gonna roast this. But if you want to, do this on the grill. Heat your grill to medium heat, and they grill up absolutely beautifully and get really nice and smoky. So just transfer your cauliflower onto a sheet pan. No matter what you're doing, pop it on a sheet pan. It makes everything a lot easier in the long run. And then we're gonna make a really nice kind of spicy, smoky butter to go on there. That's gonna get into that cauliflower and cook up beautifully. So in my bowl here, I'm gonna go in with about 3 tablespoons of butter. Since I'm doing buffalo cauliflower, butter is a key ingredient in any sort of buffalo wing or anything like that. If you wanted to though, you could always go with oil. That would work as well. Oh yeah, we like oil. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Now into there, we're gonna go in with some spices. This is where you kind of raid your pantry. The first thing we're going in with is half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now garlic powder is one of my favorite things for the grill because it doesn't burn the way fresh garlic does, but it gives you that roasted garlic flavor. For a little bit of smokiness, especially because we're cooking inside, I'm going on with half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, which to me is like the bacon of your spice cupboard. It's nice and smoky and delish. Now into there for a little heat, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper for a bit of, right? Okay, wait, I'm gonna do more. Okay, yeah. Listen, if you clap, I'm gonna do more. It's always a good thing. Then about a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Cumin's really nice because it has a little bit of a lemony flavor, but also a little bit of smokiness. So it brings real nice flavor into any sort of like vegetarian dish you're doing. Then into there as well, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Lots of powders, but don't worry, it all comes out in the wash. It's gonna be great. Pop that on in. Give that a little bit of a mix together. And this is that beautiful flavored butter. This is super, super spiced. It's gonna be really smoky, really tasty. It's got that onion and garlic. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of drizzle that over my cauliflower. You can also use a pastry brush and just kind of paint it all over. If you wanted to do this mini size and do little florets, you could easily just put this into a bowl and then toss everything together. Just get it nice and coated, or as coated as you can in the time that TV allows, you know. All right. Now, since I'm doing this in the oven, I've got my oven heated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. This needs about 25 minutes. I'm gonna season it up with some salt and a little bit of pepper first. But if you were doing this on the grill, heat your grill to medium heat, pop it onto the grill, right onto those grates, give them a little bit of an oil first, and then let that go for about 8 minutes. I give them a bit of a flip. You're just looking for them to be really nice and tender and charred. It'll be really tasty. I'm gonna go and pop this into my fake oven over here, because we've got a busy oven here. And those need to roast for 25 minutes. So while those get to roasting, I'm gonna make that beautiful like buffalo sauce that we all know and love. So buffalo sauce is very complicated to make, I'm not gonna lie. You need 2 ingredients. You need this stuff, I'm gonna call it Fred's hot sauce. You need the like cayenne pepper hot sauce that you love, and you need a half a cup of this. So take the lid off and dump it in. I'm going into the same bowl that I made everything else in. About half a cup, feeling good. This is when you buy the bulk size of this. And then we're going in with butter. 3 tablespoons of butter is what you need. It gives a really nice consistency to the sauce. It lightens it up weirdly. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. It also makes it a little bit more jammy and sticky. So once that's mixed up and that cauliflower has been roasting for that 25 minutes or grilling for about 8-ish minutes, you're gonna add this sauce onto that cauliflower. So this one is looking great. It's nice and roasted. Looking beautiful. And now I'm gonna go on, wait, is this the one? Yes, this is the one. I'm gonna go on with that beautiful buffalo sauce. You do this at this point, and then you just let this go for about, I'm gonna say, just a few minutes. And if you are doing it on the grill, pop it back on the grill and let it do its thing. Give it a bit of a toss. If you are doing this on the grill though, you do want to transfer it onto a sheet pan so you can really let all that sauce just soak in. It'll be absolutely beautiful. So while that does its thing for a few more minutes, I'm gonna get to work on a blue cheese sauce because I have always been a blue cheese gal. Is anyone a ranch person in here? Okay, we got a couple ranchers. Okay, that's fine. This has a little bit of a ranch vibe to it, but it's super easy to throw together as opposed to buying store-bought. So the first thing you need is a half a cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk gives it a bit of tang, really nice flavor. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. That's gonna go right on in. Then we're gonna go in with about a 1/4 cup of sour cream to give it a little bit of thickness and deliciousness. So again, eyeballing that, pop that right on in. Then for a little bit of extra kind of fat and texture, go in with 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. This is just kind of a classic ranchy, blue cheesy sauce. Gonna give that a whisk together. And then to give this that ranch vibe, I am gonna go in with a little bit of onion powder. This is the secret ingredient, in my opinion, to ranch dressing, onion powder. It's really, really tasty. So I'm going in with about a teaspoon of onion powder. That gives that classic, again, ranchiness, which we love. So that's going on in. Then we've got to herb this up, because if you're having a ranch or a blue cheese, you need a lot of dill and a lot of chives. So 2 tablespoons-ish each, but like I said with Michael Smith, measure with your heart. Do whatever you want. So I'm gonna go big with my dill and my chives. Give those a nice little chop. Might have some cauliflower in there too, but that's okay. Clearly we're going bigger than 2 tablespoons, but that's fine. Pop those in. That's gonna be absolutely beautiful. Now, if you left it at this point, just seasoned it up with some salt, maybe a little bit of pepper in there as well, this right here would be a delicious kind of ranch dressing. But I love blue cheese, so I'm going in with half a cup of crumbled blue to give it really nice texture, really nice tang. Give that a good mix together. Like, do you see it coming together? Like, that looks so good to me. I'm very excited. All right, now this is a trick I learned from my friend Renee. Now, as opposed to serving the little like celery and carrots on the side that we all know and love, I am going to chop up some celery and pop it into that dressing. So just 1 rib is all you need. Just give it a slice or a dice. Just gonna slice her up. That's gonna give a little bit of a crisp, a little bit more of an herbiness, and a really nice texture. She does this even when she's baking her cauliflower bites, super, super tasty. Add that on in, give that a stir. And now you've got everything you want in 1 bite, which is an absolute dream. All right, I'm gonna grab that fantastic roasted cauliflower that I've got in my oven. Oh, doing its thing. It looks absolutely out of control. Like roasted and charred. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put more of this buff sauce all over the top just to give it that flavor and that spice. To plate this up, it's super easy. Comes together real lickety split. Just grab a nice server, pop that onto a big serving platter. Just lay it on. Again, if you wanted to do this roasted, you could do it in florets, super, super nice. But just pop that on. Get that beautiful blue cheese dressing, and I'm just gonna go right down the middle. That to me, put that on your next barbecue table, and people are gonna be like, what? It's really, really good, super tasty, and then you get to keep all of these little guys and do this, and then you throw it a break. We gotta take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Camping Cookoff. We're gonna see their creations later on in the show, but joining me here in the studio is Leanna Lair-Perot. Leanna, I am obsessed. Okay, so if camping's a little too rustic for some of us, right, you are here to show us the more comforting, stylish world of camping, glamping.
Glamping, yeah, I like to think of myself as a Goldilocks camper. I don't like things too hot, too cold, too dirty, too hard, too damp. There's a list.
There is.
There's a list.
Yeah, it's that striking that perfect balance to make it comfortable.
There's a balance to be had.
Yeah.
And I have a great roundup of some products today to create more of a glamping experience. that really strikes the balance between the aesthetic of camping.
Yeah.
Because I really like the outdoor selfies.
Yeah.
The comforts of like a luxury hotel.
See, we love
Right?
this. And if you like anything you see, just scan the QR code on your screen. All right, Leanne, let's get into it. What are we starting with?
So we're going to start with the shelter itself. So Mountain Equipment Co-op has a huge array of amazing tents. What I love now is you can get them in any shape and size, so you can create as big of an atmosphere as you'd like. But they come so compact, lightweight, and easy to set up.
This is the thing. There's no longer the like, it's midnight and you're like, I guess we're going home.
Right. Sleeping in the car
Yeah.
or at the motel down the street. No, we want to start with a really beautiful structure, and then how you choose to design and make that aesthetic is totally up to you. But for me, one of my biggest pet peeves is that the tent itself can sometimes get too hot.
It's too muggy.
Right?
Yes.
It's way too muggy.
Yeah.
So let me introduce you to my new favorite friend.
Okay.
This is from Amazon. This hangs in the top of your tent. And
What? Hey, are we gonna be this thing's #1 fan, Leanne?
honestly, this is worth the price of admission
Yeah.
because it comes with a little remote, so you
Okay.
don't even have to get up to do it.
Luxury.
Right? But I also want to point out, yes, it is rechargeable, and anybody thinking, well, where am I going to plug that into? Well, you're going to use the power of the sun because you're going to pick yourself up a solar power battery pack.
Yeah.
So you can get a couple of these, leave these out during the day, plug in all of your things during the night, and be fully outfitted with everything from the ceiling fans. There's also great portable fans, which also come with a hook that you can hang from the ceiling of the tent.
right on.
And this also has a little light in it as well. So
Nice.
this is something you could even take as a lantern on a little walk in the evening also.
You are selling me this ceiling fan thing. I feel like I just gotta pack that and carry it around with me.
Check.
100%. All right,
Right?
what are we moving on to?
So great. Okay, so also when we want to stay cool, it's all about keeping that beverage cool.
Yes.
I have to just show you this that I found. I know, you're already looking at
I'm
this.
already obsessed. You're hiding the
So
thing.
Husky makes these great 3-layer insulation cups. So this is gonna keep your drink really, really cold. But because we're glamping,
We wanna be
need to
fancy.
add the stuff.
I love it.
Pinkies up, right?
I love this. This is
Yes, it's
excellent.
very bougie.
Yeah.
So this will keep it cold. But now if we're feeling like we are feeling too cold, we want to get warm.
Yeah, yeah.
Get toasty because, you know, Goldilocks doesn't like it when
She
it's
wants it
too
how she
cold.
wants it, yeah.
We are going to bring with us a Stanley set that is an actual pour over to make our hot coffee in the morning.
Nice.
So great.
Yep.
And we're going to heat our water on our solo stove.
A warm
Our
little
like,
stove. Oh,
ooh,
it's so
toasty.
warm.
So
Yeah.
this is very glamorous and very chic. And if you're thinking like that's maybe not the most practical thing to travel with, it actually is because it is quite lightweight. You put your wood in there. What I love most if you're taking this on a camping site, it's smokeless.
Yeah.
So this also came from Amazon. Smokeless is great and it creates a very fine ash, so it's very easy to clean out.
It's true.
And it's got this really great airflow technology. I think that that's a must-have to stay toasty for any camping or backyard adventure.
I have it. It's so great. Again,
Yes,
get a
you
hot dog on a stick. You got it.
I'm
That's
all
all
for
I
the
need.
weenies on the stick. Yes, that's a true joy of camping.
Yeah.
Now, another pet peeve, just being generally uncomfy.
Yeah, that's not something I want anymore
I don't
in my
want to be
life.
the princess and the pea sleeping on the ground with the rocks under your back and all of that.
And
No,
you go
thank
to bed
you.
thinking, this is fine. And then 2 hours later, you're like, this is not
It's
fine.
absolutely nothing about it is fine. So we are going to start with a Woods air mattress from Canadian Tire. Now this is super plush and comfy, but what I want to say, it's plush and comfy not because we had to use a pump or blowing air in it. This is self-inflating.
Oh.
It's got these really great valves on the bottom here. So when you get it, you open the valves and it puffs up. But when you're done your camping trip, you roll it from the top down really
Yeah.
small, push all the air out, close the valves, and it packs into a tiny little travel bag.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
Canadian Tire. And a big thank you to Canadian Tire for contributing so much great stuff to all of our various camping sites today.
Yes.
Very nice, very cool. Okay.
So I've put the mattress on top of a cot because, again, I think the luxury of being up off of the ground
nice,
from the bugs
right?
and everything.
Yeah.
This one, again, folds up very, very small, easy and compact, easy to move. And speaking of folding, I just want to show you my little wardrobe in the back.
I love that we have a wardrobe because I
You
hate
need to-
stuff mucking up my tent.
Yeah, you need to have all of the fits ready to go. But what I really love about this is, again, we're keeping items off of the ground.
Yeah.
This can freestand outside of your tent. So it's fully waterproof, it zips up, and it's completely sealed. So you can go out and pick your wardrobe during the day.
Yeah.
All of your little selfie picture outfits. Very, very cute. So I think that that's super smart, super practical. Now, Dirt.
No,
It's
we don't
inevitable.
like dirt. I know. You're like, you're in the land of dirt, but it's like,
Right.
ugh, but I don't want it.
I don't want it,
Yeah.
but like if I have to, we're gonna do it in glamping fashion, and that's gonna start with an area rug.
Okay.
So as impractical as that may sound, it's actually probably one of the most practical things you can take with you on your trip, especially if you have a little setup outside with some chairs, put it in the bottom of your tent. This one from Canadian Tire is made of recycled materials. You can actually hose this off
Oh,
at
nice.
the end of the trip, so if it does get dirty, you have no issues. It's wildly lightweight, and I think, again, just adds a really beautiful look to your space.
Yeah.
But, you know, if we're getting a little extra dirty,
Yeah.
you may want to take a warm shower.
I was gonna say, Leanne, we found you in that shower earlier.
So obviously with my little pop-up tent, this folds really small, easy to travel with, but this shower, let me just show you how this works. This is another rechargeable, so you can use your solar pack. You drop this into a bucket of water, and you can just have yourself a luxurious shower in privacy with your little tent, and then also use that as a changing tent also, which I just think is oh so smart.
Very, very smart.
Oh so smart. And then for me, bugs.
I hate a
Bugs
bug.
are the other
Yeah.
So you're gonna go and pick yourself up a couple of cute camping hats. This one is from Mark's, but the secret with this one is it's a special technology and has built into it a repellent for mosquitoes and ticks.
Oh, nice.
So now I am a walking mosquito repellent, and if you want to really get into the swing of things with bugs, we've got the little zapper racket there.
Yes, we do.
Also from Amazon, but what I love the most about it is that it does come on the stand and that handle folds, so you can just leave it in your vicinity, in your area to chill, and let it do all of the work for you.
I love that.
Last but not least.
Last but not least, lighting. We got to do it.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
But I am a little.
But I don't like it really dark. Why not grab yourself a small little set of fairy lights that are solar powered?
Isn't that great?
A solar panel that you can string these up in your tent. And then Canadian Tire also has these really great. Whoa! Stand by. They're
Very, very sturdy.
very sturdy. These really great solar lanterns that at nighttime they add just the perfect little touch of light. I just think that they're perfect for the season for any space, including camping.
So good. Also, Leanna Lairpuro making glamping look so good in this hat. You are made for hats, my friend.
hat girl.
Very, very nicely done. Thanks so much, Leanne. Great
you.
job. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Up next, ready to hit the road this summer? Winston C. is breaking down everything you need to know about RV life.
Campers Miranda and Mason are facing off in our Great Canadian Camping Cookoff. We're going to see their creations shortly. I'm very excited. But now, if you want to get outdoors, but camping might not be your thing, how does an RV adventure sound? Here to tell us more, it is Winston C. Hey, Winston.
Hi, Mary.
How's it going?
Good to see you. I'm so comfy in these chairs.
I know,
nice
so
and
warm.
toasty by
This
the
is so
fire.
nice. Okay, you've got some great tips for maybe it's going to be someone's first RVing trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
And RVing is for a lot of people, and it's not for everybody.
Okay.
But I think the key is to find the right RV.
Yeah.
And so today we're going to talk about some of the things you want to think about, and we're starting with a quiz.
Okay, let's start off with that. We got, like a little online quiz situation.
A little online quiz. And this comes from a great resource called gorving.ca. Great website that allows you to find the perfect quiz. And so they've got a quiz here that allows you to select whether you're a beginner RV user or an expert RV user.
Okay.
And for us, I've selected that we are a foodie.
Okay, love this.
And then you go to the next spot, then you can see, you know, do you want to go on a weekend trip? We'll say yes.
Okay, love this.
And then from there, who do you want to travel with? Let's say we want to go with your friends.
I like
I'm going
friends,
with
that's
you,
fine.
Mary.
We did, yeah.
And then we're going to sleep 4 people.
Okay.
We're going to have it drive.
Yeah, not
and-
tow. I don't want to tow.
And we're pretty fancy.
We are
So we're
fancy.
going to find the perfect one that gives us a bathroom. We want this to have loft sleeping so we're comfortable. And then we're going to pick a range. We're going to pick a modest $40,000 to $60,000
Okay,
range.
yeah.
Right? And based on that, it'll tell us a Class C motorhome.
Okay.
And it'll give you all of the information that you need to know about the motorhome itself.
Okay, that's fantastic. I love that. Yeah, so that's for if you're looking to buy an RV, which is fantastic. But let's talk budget in general, because whether you're buying or not, there are some different kind of cost considerations.
Absolutely. So if you're buying an RV, that's of course a hard cost. If you're renting, there's also a cost to that. But there are a few things that you want to think about in addition to the cost of the RV. So firstly, we've got the park fees. So in Canada, if you're a Canadian citizen, you can park up to 21 days in many national parks.
Oh, okay.
So you want to look that up and get that information before you know it. Provincial parks are also a great place to look up. So look up your province and it will have all of the information you need to know, how long you can park and where you can park.
Okay.
The other great thing is this. This is a website called freecampsites.net.
Okay.
And it's crowdsourced. So as an example, I punched in Vancouver and it will pull up community parking areas, including parking lots, parks that you could park in.
Okay.
And based on where people have parked in the past, you can read reviews and ratings.
Oh, that's
and
great.
also get things like the weather report.
Yeah.
And amenities and facilities that they have, all on that one place, which is really nice.
That's fantastic.
So a very easy to use website that's free that will give you all of the information you need to know.
That is fantastic. I love that. All right, what are we chatting next?
Well, next, we also want to talk about the other items on the list.
Yeah.
So we've got utilities and internet.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Utilities and internet, you want to stay connected, so if you need satellite internet. We've also got maintenance and insurance. You want to make sure that you're insured, plus fuel.
Yes.
Right?
It's going to be different than a car.
Yeah. If you're at an RV campsite, you're able to plug your RV in. If you're off the grid, if you will, you're going to need a generator and fuel, and depending on how remote you are, that will cost more money.
Totally.
And then we also want to think about the tanks, the tanks with the stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
If you're at a campsite,
I really like the way you said the tanks with the stuff.
They have those facilities that will help you empty the stuff.
Yes, the stuff.
And then,
now everyone's catching on.
Right,
now we're all on the same page.
And then finally, food and activities,
Of course.
because all of that is important.
I love that. All right, now we're all set. We got our RV, we're doing our thing. Now we need a couple of road trips.
Yeah.
Where are we starting?
What do we want to do, right? So a few really easy routes in the area, and GoRVing.ca has some great routes for you. First, we've got the East Coast. The East Coast, we start off from New Brunswick and go to PEI.
Oh, lovely.
We start in St. Martin's and the Sea Coves. It goes through the beaches, the coast for deep sea fishing, right? And it ends up at Hopewell Rocks. We've also got another Rocky Mountain road trip that starts off in Kananaskis Lakes.
Ooh,
which
nice.
is
That West
Think
Coast.
about Banff, right?
Oh, beautiful.
Takes you through the Icefields Parkway and ends up in Abram Lake. And then finally, we've got the Ottawa Valley, where you can go kayaking, which is really nice, ATVing through the Algonquin Trails.
Yeah.
And you end up in Catabogie Lake, which has a fantastic village with great restaurants and shops. So it's really something for everyone.
Yeah.
RVing is so great across the country, and you can see your own backyard.
See, I love that. We get to appreciate Canada and what it has to offer. Winston, thank you so much. Great info. I love it. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back.
Up next, all hour long, these foodies have been battling it out to turn classic campfire staples into 5-star fare. Who will impress Judge Michael Smith? Stay tuned.
And home cooks Miranda and Mason to face off in our Great Canadian Camping Cook-Off. Yeah. Now, these two have been cooking all show long. I did take a little step outside during commercial break, and it smelled amazing.
And I get to taste it.
I was going to say, Chef Michael Smith is the judge today. Michael, how are you feeling about what you got?
I'm hungry.
Yes. You're like, Mary, get on with it. Yeah. All right, you two. I cannot wait to see what you've done. Miranda, you were up first. Before we get into it, tell us, what were the ingredients you picked?
So I picked 2 of the camping ingredients.
Okay.
I got hot dogs and canned corn.
Okay.
And then elevated with some fresh herbs, herb butter, and some cheese.
Okay, let's see what you did. Drum roll. Da, 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 da. Oh!
You made that on the grill?
Yep.
Wait, what, you make pasta on the grill?
How'd you do that?
Tell us everything, Miranda. I'm so confused.
Well, the hot dog bits, I was like, there's pork in it, so you can chop it up like bacon bits. And then I grilled them up.
Brilliant. And there's basil.
There's
I love
basil.
I do too, me
I
too.
know.
Love a
Yeah,
chive too.
basil.
Yeah.
And then I grilled the pasta, boiled it, and then
Wait, you grilled the pasta?
Grilled the pasta.
Like you put the noodles on the grill. Okay, a little smoky
then-
flavor.
Who is this?
I don't know. She's teaching us though.
don't, Miranda.
Yeah. Okay. Michael, do you want to give that a taste?
Do I ever?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna go in for
Hey.
the. Whoa.
You let the record show I'm going straight for the.
I know. That's what I want to
for
do.
the hot dog
This
candy.
Crispy hot dog candy. Oh, do I see a relish?
Oh.
there are jalapenos.
Oh.
Hot dog candy? Hot dog candy slaps, Miranda. That is fun. Michael, what are we thinking? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking.
He's thinking.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
If you see hot dog candy in my next cookbook, you'll know what I'm
Oh my God, well, great job, Miranda.
Thank you.
That is wild. I did not expect to see pasta today, so I'm feeling very good about this. Mason, it is your turn. First up, what did you choose?
So I chose ground beef and hot dogs from the camping,
Nice.
and then I got wild mushrooms and mozzarella from the elevator.
Okay, let's see what you made. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Whoa! Okay. Michael Smith did talk about a burger.
Wow. Gee whiz, look at
Quite a
that. That is a
monster.
burger.
Good thing. It's a bit. I was like, this burger, height-wise, is like your type of burger.
Yeah, I was like, burger fit for a giant.
Yeah.
Right? So might as well go with that.
You trying to influence the judge?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How do I eat it?
I don't know. Smash it?
Here we
Yeah,
go.
just give it a
Okay,
little
let's do this
press.
thing.
But look at the little garnish on top.
Prosciutto wrapped hot
Come on.
dog.
I love it, Mason.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so while Michael's tasting this, we got a burger. What else did you? What's on here?
So inside the burger, I went with all the camping classics. So inside the burger is actually, it's hot dog meat and ground beef makes the burger.
Yeah.
You then have a wild mushroom cheese sauce on there, a little secret burger sauce, and beef jerky just because.
Michael Smith, just a little. You just got
a little something right there.
All right, Chef
I got
Michael.
burger all over me.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling?
I'm confused.
He's confused. Listen, I think we're gonna need a little bit of
I'm
time.
confused.
Mason and Miranda, fantastic job. Chef Michael Smith, we are gonna give you the commercial break to make your decision. Stick around to find out the
mushrooms
winner of the
inside,
Great
right?
Canadian
Inside the
Camping
cheese
Cook-Off.
sauce.
Stick around, we'll be right back. All show long, avid campers Miranda and Mason have been competing in our Great Canadian Camping Cook-Off. Chef Michael, you are the judge today. You gotta tell you. Listen, before
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You are ready?
I'm full too. I ate my burger. I had my plate of pasta.
Yeah.
And today's challenge, of course, was to take camping essentials and elevate them.
Yeah.
So, Mason, I was thrilled to see a burger. That's awesome. And look what he did, mixing the hot dog into the burger
Yes.
with a cheesy sauce.
That's for someone who can't make a decision.
the
Hot dog
kind
or
of sauce
hamburger?
that runs down your arm.
It gets everywhere.
Love it. And look at that on top. Very creative. Great stuff.
Yeah.
But hot dog candy.
Hot dog candy.
Hot dog candy and pasta on
Yeah.
a grill? I didn't see it coming.
No.
Miranda, today you elevated the classics, and today you are the grill champion.
I am presenting you with the trophy. Look at this legit fancy trophy.
Glamping trophy.
Right? No big deal. We got a little disco ball situation. Oh, does it work?
We're going to charge it up with our
We gotta charge it up.
solar power charger.
Michael Smith, he's bringing it all together. This was absolutely fantastic. The pasta, that burger, out of control. Love a hot dog hamburger. Never thought I would see the day. And of course, though, everyone here on The Good Stuff is a winner. So to thank you both for doing this with us today, you're both getting an MEC Centaurus 9C sleeping bag for camping, all your camping needs.
Hey.
Perfect for your next outdoor adventure. And thanks to Amon Spa, just in case you need a little relaxation after your camping adventure, you're both getting a 60-minute relaxing Swedish massage for
Yeah.
two. I know, so cute. Little pampering after all that camping. I know. For two. We're all going. It's going to be fantastic. And studio audience, we haven't forgotten about you. Thanks to MEC, you're all going home with one of their MEC by Mere 12-ounce camp mugs. So